That slave ship I just showed y'all a few minutes ago, from a overhead top down. I already did it on my Instagram, but it's kind of far down on my Rod Hayes. I might be able to pull it up and show it to y'all while I'm thinking about it. But I already did the overlay just so y'all can see I ain't making this shit up. Cause these motherfuckers think you just be making shit up. But mama ain't raised no motherfucking fool and papa ain't raised no punk. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. If I'm the only motherfucker telling the truth, I'm gonna be the only motherfucker tell it. Right? Sometimes it take these motherfuckers a long time to scroll down. That's why I don't be wanting to mess with them. But on my Rod Hayes page, you go back a couple months, I got the whole layout of the slave ship. The overlay with Notre Dame University, all that. If y'all start going down my page and y'all see the receipts that I done generated to show y'all what I've been talking about, y'all mind will be fucked. Because y'all would not believe that nobody has gave this amount of information in this short of time with the references. Because you got references for everything. Right? Like, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. It's just the way it is. Out of all these motherfuckers at the Klan rally, why this nigga sitting over here just as safe as he want to be? Ain't worried about nothing. Come on, man. They been playing us like fools for the longest. We can't keep falling for that shit. You can't keep falling for it. Some point you got to draw the line. And then we believe so much in this system that when somebody's tell you that the system is over with, you don't even go look it up for yourself. You just assume this shit's still operational. Washington, D.C. is fucking closed, people. The White House is permanently closed. The Senate building, the House, that shit closed too. All that shit closed. All you gotta do is to people over in D.C., they'll tell you that shit closed. You know? You can't keep falling for the banana in the tailpipe. I'm gonna see if I can find this picture before I that was a Moby Dick tail. That big white whale turned out to be a little white lie. And that little white lie caused the biggest fucking problem. And I want to show y'all this picture, this overlay before I go, cause it's in my Instagram. It's just been a while since I posted it, and I knew it was gonna take a minute to get back to it, cause I'll be posting like a fucking supercomputer or some shit. Y'all don't even realize how much posts I be putting up, or how much information these motherfuckers be having in them, and then some of them I even write shit under. That the Instagrams is just to just give y'all the visuals, but the real in-depth information I've been doing for the last couple years is on Facebook. That's where the heaviest lectures, the longest lectures with the most information is, because I had to go show that I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And when they realized that I knew what the fuck I was talking about, they was fucked. They didn't believe that we would figure the shit out of me. They say I have epilepsy, I had brain damage, I'm retarded, I ain't never supposed to know nothing. They told my mama I wasn't gonna never learn shit when I was going to school, and I was over there laughing because I already knew more than them motherfuckers did then. But I couldn't tell them how I knew because I ain't had no references to give them. Now I got references for that ass. I'm just saying. Now I got references. I got so many references I can't even find the motherfuckers now. Yeah, I should have had that one. I didn't even think I would be using that poster, or I'd have pulled that mug up before I got on here. But I've been going over this shit. Look, the George Washington they've been telling us, that ain't even what the nigga looked like. The nigga wasn't even pink. They've been lying to us the whole time. Talking about whitewashing history. They was whitewashing history so we wouldn't know them niggas was niggas. That's why they was whitewashing history. We thought they was trying to whitewash history to make us think we ain't did shit. But my man did. He went in there and took all the cover off the secret societies. Told us that in 1919. I went in and took all the covers off the secret society. He put that shit in the public domain. They fucked now. Now we got a way to figure out what they doing. Right? Since we got a welcome to the Illuminati Foundation, people. You gonna keep doing that shit to us? How long did they think that we supposed to be generation after generation of buffoons? How long we supposed to be clowns? Like seriously, how long we supposed to be clowns? How long supposed to be blind to the dirt that they doing while we watching them doing it without figuring it out? I got a fucking monkey mind. I'm a fucking overthinker. I think over the heads of most motherfucker that be thinking they thinking. So if I'm an overthinker and you keep rubbing the problem in my face, how the fuck you think I'm not gonna figure this shit out? Look, when I be going back, there's 5 cases. The United States found guilty of 5 counts of genocide. The whole United States corporation is gone. This shit is over with. See all that old secret squirrel shit? Shh, keep it quiet. Don't tell the masses. Don't tell them motherfuckers what we doing to them. They ain't gonna never figure it out. Bullshit. Right? That's what y'all better be braced for. The tsunami of God. I'm just saying. All these is posts on my page. This shit get deep. United States conspiracies cobwebs. Templar sanctuaries in North America. Right? Well, here go the crazy part. Most of us don't know the good guys from the bad guys. Because they all look alike. I can't find that slave ship post. Maybe it's on my maybe it's on Facebook. Look, this is when I posted that because the dude right there, he went in on our behalf. He had to take the Admiralty flag. he had to put the American flag behind the Admiralty flag to flip the jurisdiction. They was never supposed to leave this desk right here unoccupied and unattended at any time. That is the seat of power for the constitutional government of the United States. So if anybody from what we call the organic people of the land or any of their representatives, which he represented as a native shaman, right? So he's being taught by one of the priests on the land in his job as he joined the Marines, Special Forces. He went in specifically to perform the task of what we call sinking the battleship. So that's the bullshit they had ran on us, so we had to capture their flag. What they flag was the Admiralty flag with the fringes. We needed to put the law of the land back on the land and get us from under the Admiralty. That's what he was doing. Right? So now American corporation fell behind that shit. Since the corporation fell, then they have to give us back jurisdiction because they are no longer here. The corporation known as the United States has been dissolved. Trump dissolved it as the final president. All it is the ones that was doing the dirt behind the scenes is playing psychological operations because they still control mainstream media. And that's why we're using the social media algorithms to fuck up the mainstream algorithms. Because they won't be deniable in the mainstream algorithm flip to the social media algorithm for a source of news on something that's big. It's gonna shatter their whole paradigm, and they won't be able to hold it up any longer, right? So, this was the contractual agreement, right? And this is when they was talking about. See, they took part of this out because it's supposed to say. I'm gonna read the way it is, and then I'm gonna tell you what it's supposed to say. It say if we would agree to take the fezzes and turbans off the Moors' heads and remove the sandals from their feet. The part that's missing is supposed to read, if we agree to take the fezzes and turbans off the Moors' head and remove the feathers and sandals from the chief's feet, right? And enforce severe punishment, and also to swear a death oath between ourselves to religiously and faithfully not allow anyone to teach the Moorish or indigenous children. Indigenous is missing out of this, by the way. Who they really were or who their forefathers were, and only allow the Moorish children to be taught that they were truly Negroes, black people, and colored folks 200 years from today. The Moorish or the indigenous would not know their nationality nor their national name of their forefathers. Also, they would not know from which land or ancestors that they are descended from. See, the agreement is that if they put our kids and their kids together and use harsh punishments and misnomers to identify them, that at the conclusion of 200 years, we wouldn't know who the fuck we was. That contract right there expired in 1971, but we wasn't ready. I wasn't but two. And when they got the extension, it expired in 2019, July the 4th, 2019, under Donald J. Trump. Now, if you go to YouTube, probably why I got you next.
Well, damn, I had a quick question. I know you talking about birthdays and spirit and totem animals before. And my birthday is 12/24/88. That's like the year of the Chinese zodiac is a dragon, and also Capricorn. And I'm wondering if you could have a little insight on like the dragon, like spirit animal, and like the bee. Like, I know you've been spoken like the bee before, like how it's like like eight and I'm like 88. It's my year. And also, like, I noticed like a lot of bees been like flying up on me lately. Like a bee landed on my arm yesterday. They fly up on me at work, just get close to me, whatever. So
Yeah.
I
So
don't know if you have
when
insight.
we see bees, when men get bees, especially when it's in the odd time of the year, it's a call from the matriarchs because they need us. Right. So
Right,
when you coming through with dragon energy and Capricorn energy, you coming through with
right,
master energy and leadership energy. Right. So I'm
okay,
looking at you. I'm seeing Chief all day long. Right. And I'm
okay.
seeing like two lines crossing. I'm seeing Choctaw Cherokee.
I
Right.
know like my grandmother on my mother's side, their last name is Washington. I know you mentioned before, like that's like the name like Washita.
Yeah,
So
that's
I'm
the
like,
Washita. That's the Washita. They rooted out of Louisiana. That's
yeah,
another one of the clans. The Washitas is a old Amur, Amuur, Amur clan,
yeah, I heard
right?
you talking
And
about that before.
they spill into from Louisiana all the way into Texas, going down into Mexico.
Okay, and I know
Yeah.
my dad's from Alabama. He's from Grove Hill, Alabama.
Mm. Yeah, that's
But
yeah. So that's more likely your Choctaw line. Your Choctaw stretch from Mississippi all the way to Florida.
okay, yeah, okay.
So I'm looking at you. You got the energy field of those two crossing tribes.
People call me Chief all the time, so I just kind of adopted that. I'm just
Yeah, it ain't
keep
an
my
accident. Some
right.
whoever started it remembered you from a past life, and they still refer to you as the chief. They still see you as their tribal chief in another
Like
lifetime.
somebody called me Chief this morning. I'm leaving work, but that happens all like a lot. And I'll be like, okay, I just kind of adopted it. I go Chief,
Yeah,
Chief, Bull, because hey,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
my
So
kind of energy,
it's in you. I see it. It's in you. From the
right?
vocally, the authority in your voice is all there. You just got to find like where your lane at, like what you supposed to be doing. So you got to um focus on Big Mama. Ask her what you supposed to be doing. She communicate with you. You know
Right,
what?
right.
You already know what to do. You just don't know. It's when you start doing it, it's gonna come natural. Cause you already
Mm-hmm.
know what to do. The Chiefs already know.
Right.
We already know what to do. We just don't know we know it until we start trying to do something to change the current conditions, and then it automatically come to us as either a aha moment or a past life memory moment or
Mm-hmm.
a memory from talking to an elder woman at a different time in our life. But the answers always come to us. We know this, and that's why we trust the wise women over everybody else because we know that they got the oldest information in their subconscious.
Yeah, yeah.
Then the
I was raised.
oldest information ties back to prime source.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. B
Yeah.
Ball in 129 say very settled energy. It's not just settled, but settled and strong. Like you don't have no problem with nobody running up on you just to be running up on you. It's just not gonna happen. Because your
yeah,
energy
yeah.
gonna tell them it's a bad idea already.
Yeah, but people already know that I'm not the one you want to run up on. Like in my car, I keep my tomahawk right in my right side. So got a knife in my pocket, or whatever. And I'm always willing to fight. But I don't want to fight. But if it comes to it,
You right. We get the 300. We ain't got it right now. We ain't got to worry about the 360 degrees of knowledge. If they run everything with 32, we only have to get 35 degrees in order to win. We don't need 360 to win. It'd be great to have, and we'd be doing some magnificent stuff with the 360. But with 35 degrees of knowledge, you gonna trump they 32 degrees and they 33 in the third, no matter how you look at it, because 35 is higher on the count. So that little bit, if they can rule us with 32 degrees from dead zero, and that ain't even freezing, soon as we thaw out a couple of degrees, we should be able to outperform them suckers with no problem. Whoever the power elite is, the ones of us with that code on the DNA, yep, I'm with you on that. Well, who messed with the DNA code? Who's smart enough? Teresa? If we could have been if the DNA code wasn't fucked with. But who's smart enough to fuck with the DNA code? Who bad enough to do that? You got to keep in mind, they told us they didn't even discover DNA to the 50s. So who in the hell was it back then messing with the DNA? We ain't asking the right questions. Yeah, you can actually have past life memories of the future. It's called a premonition. Um, Australia was later. Australia was later. Angel, what's going on? Maxine Morris says, have no choice for what? Look, you can always deny based off one word in one document in the law. Inalienable. You have an inalienable right. That means that man cannot alter. To refuse to have anything external of your body put inside your body. That right is inalienable. Men cannot dictate that. Now, if they try to compel you to get against your choice, file a motion in the court, attempted rape, conspiracy to commit rape, because that's what rape means.